W.O.N. YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
This is W.O.N. Brooklyn.
From Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California, W.O.N. Sports presents New York White Sox Baseball, powered by MLB The Show 20. Tonight is Game 3 of a 4-game weekend series between the New York White Sox and the Los Angeles Angels. A blowout of all proportions the Sox laid out on the Angels, and they look to try to do it again here in Game 3 tonight.
This is yours truly, Jonathan Rios, bringing you the play-by-play and commentary of today's contest. Ohtani will be on the mound for the Angels here today. 1-1 so far this season. His ERA is 6.51. He's pitched in 5 games already. This is 6, but his 1-1 record tells the story about this Angels team, ranked number 2 in the AL West division. Billy Hamilton, the new additions that was added to the Sox roster a few days ago, stands in to lead off here in the first inning of play, and he leads off with a deep shot into center. Back is Trout in center field. He'll make the catch for the first out of the ball game. So 1 pitch and 1 out. It'll give us a chance to take a look at the White Sox lineup. It looks different. You got Hamilton, Didi, Reggie, Griffey, Hernandez, Thomas, McGriff, the DH today, Grandal, and Edwin Encarnacion. Playing his 3rd game of the season after coming off a little bit of an injury situation. He's playing third base here today. Here's Didi Gregorius, the red-hot Didi. We'll tell you his stats in a moment if we have a chance. After this pitch, it's a strike. 0-1. Didi has had the Angels number. We hope to tell you the stats on those numbers later on in the broadcast. He has hit 7 home runs with this club, against this club. Truly remarkable streak so far for Didi. He chops it on the ground to first, picked up by the first baseman. That's Bagwell, and he retires Didi. And there's 2 outs here in the first. We'll bring you this game on W.O.N. Sports and tomorrow's game also on W.O.N. Sports. And then off to Colorado against the Rockies. Here's Reggie Jackson hitting at .415 so far this year. And the pitch on the way, a chopper towards first again. Bagwell's got it, side retired. 1, 2, 3, go to White Sox. Nothing across. Angels coming to bat. No score. On the mound for the White Sox here tonight, the great Nolan Ryan. He's 4-1 so far in 2020. This is his 7th start. He's pitched in 6 games so far. His ERA at 6.52. Not Nolan-like, but still early in the season. So he could definitely lower that. He has 42 strikeouts and 10 walks under his belt. At the plate is Ryan Braun, hitting at .288 with 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Angels wearing their late 90s Angels baseball uniform during the time when they were owned by the Walt Disney Company. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1. The Sox are ranked 1st in the AL Central with a record of 25 wins and 2 losses. There's the new addition, Edwin Encarnacion. And there is Billy Hamilton as well. Grandal catching the balls and strikes here today. There's a ground ball to first. Nice grab there by the big hurt. And Nolan will beat out his runner for out number 1. That is the first out of the inning. Let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Got Braun, Simmons, Bagwell, Trout, Carter, Diaz, Colon, Upton, and Fletcher. That's a pretty good lineup for a second place team in the AL West. So these Angels could hit where they want them, but of course the last 2 games they have not looked Angel-like. Here's Simmons. Check swing, strike, 0-1. Simmons hitting at .265 so far, 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Last year won the Gold Glove for shortstop. The 0-1. High fly ball, well hit to left field. Coming down is Hamilton, And he makes the catch on the warning track. Boy, this kid's got good speed. That's the reason why the Sox picked him up. A very shocking situation to trade the Sox were able to work on, letting go a couple of their relief pitchers to get some speed and some youth. They brought up Peterson. They got Edwin Encarnacion back from the DL. But picking up Billy Hamilton could really loom large. A lot of young guns on this club. Bagwell swings and misses 0-1. Bagwell hitting at .360. Last night went 2 for 4 with a home run and drove in an RBI. He's hitting at .340. My mistake on that. Graphics a little bit small for my eyes, but I should be fine. 0-1. Hit high in the air down the right side and foul. It's 0-2. Oh, to the Bagwell. He chops it foul. We'll do it again. Nice looking unis, but during a terror that Angel fans would like to forget. Oh, to the Bagwell. Hit well in the right field. It's hooking fast, but Reggie is there. Side retired. Nothing across. We go to the second. Still no score. Ken Griffey Jr. will lead off here on the top of the second in a scoreless game. He's sitting at .413 with 18 home runs and 40 runs batted in. 8-game hitting streak. His on-base percentage at a whopping .442. As the home run numbers throughout this lineup is starting to get a little bit larger, the Sox are starting to get going with the power number. He checked this swing, went too far, strike one. Would have been a strike anyway. Judge's on-base percentage at .442. That is ranked 7th in the American League so far in the 2020 season. And the pitch is hit on the ground to second base. They'll throw to first in time. And there's one down. Take a look at the Angels' defense. And it looks like this. The outfield, Upton, Trout, and Brown. The infield is Simmons, Fletcher, Diaz, and Bagwell. And catching those called balls and strikes, the kid, Gary Carter. Here's Keith Hernandez, second baseman, number 37. I'll tell you his stats in a moment. He's hitting at .333. And a one-out pitch by Ohtani. Hit high in the air to center field, but right there is the sliding catch by Mike Trout. He is unbelievable, isn't he, folks? 2 down. He slid before that ball even went to his glove. That's just showing off. Look at this. He's on the ground, and that is just... what a remarkable player. 2 down. Oh, here's Frank Thomas. Hitting at .370 with 6 home runs, 16 runs batted in, 5-game hitting streak. On-base percentage at .427 so far. John Manley getting the day off here today. And Thomas hits it well into center field. Trout is there near the warning track. He's got a beat on it. Makes the catch, side retire. 1, 2, 3 go the Sox. Nothing across. We go to the bottom of the inning, still scoreless. Here's Mike Trout, last 4 games, 8 for 17, a .471 average overall this year. He's hitting at .330 with 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. We lead off the bottom of the second inning with a scoreless game underhand between Ohtani of the Angels and Nolan Ryan of the White Sox. There's a strike, 0-1. Trout 2 years ago won the Silver Slugger Award, outfielder, back in 2018. Finished the season on the DL after that foot surgery, so he missed the remainder of the season towards the late part of the 2019 season. The Angels were not going anywhere, but decided to take that time to get his foot repaired. 0-2 underway. A chopper towards first, right to the big hurt. And Nolan runs to first in time to just beat out Trout. And it's quickly one down, and it'll give us an opportunity to take a look at that Sox defense. In the outfield, you got Reggie, Griffey, and Hamilton. The infield is Didi, Edwin Encarnacion, Hernandez, and Thomas. And catching the balls and strikes, Grandal. Here's Gary Carter. Hitting at .349. We'll tell you his full stats in a moment if we have a chance. Swung on him as strike one. 0-1 delivery. Popped them up in the infield, the shallow center. Right there is Hernandez. He'll make the catch for 2 down.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
Here's Diaz. Hitting at .213 with 3 home runs, 11 runs batted, on-base percentage at .260 so far. 2 outs, nobody on in a scoreless game. Game 3 of this 4-game weekend series from the West Coast. And that pitch is low, ball 1. Diaz acquired by the Angels this year via free agency. Trying to plug some holes here. And a broken bat chopper to the first baseman Thomas, who flips to Nolan, who runs the first, tags the base, and the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning pulled in by Ryan and the White Sox. At the end of 2, we remain scoreless between the Los Angeles Angels and the New York White Sox.
Leading off for the White
Fred
Sox,
McGriff
the designated
will be batting here today, hitting at .533 with 4 home runs and 5 runs batted. And he is a bomb to left center field last night that's still going to the deepest part of this environment. I mean, absolutely tattooed one. He's the DH here today. Base is empty. Started the 3rd in a scoreless game. The pitch by Ohtani. High fly ball. Well hit in the right center field. Coming on his trout. Looking up at the wall. It's gone. So long. Farewell. Fred McGriff has just hit his 5th home run of the year. And the Sox draw first blood. They lead 1-0 here in the 3rd inning. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Fred McGriff, this bud's for you. Look at the compact swing delivered right there by McGriff. And that wind blowing out to right field. Remember, last night the Sox scored about 39 runs. And the home run ball was one of the big stories, but Ohtani looks absolutely tough. Obviously, that's his first mistake of the night. If you're the staff and the fans of the Angels, you certainly hope that's the only mistake he makes. But McGriff was able to hit a home run off him. He's talking to his teammates in the dugout about what pitch he got. Here's Grandal hitting at .418. Switch hitter batting left-handed here today. Had himself a big night last night. He chops one on the ground to first, picked up by Bagwell, who runs to first in time for out number 1.
batting 9, the third baseman.
Look at your first out of the 3rd.
Encarnacion.
Here's Edwin Encarnacion, 289 average, 6 home runs, a couple of runs batted in, hit a long home run last night down the left field line to the deepest parts of the seats. And he hits another one. This time it could be even farther. Way back. So long. Farewell. Bring out the parrot. Edwin Encarnacion with an absolute bomb. His 7th of the year. And the Sox take a 2-0 lead. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Edwin Encarnacion, this bud's for you. That ball was hit almost to the same spot as last night, but I think a little bit more further up those seat rows and left. That was an absolute crush job worth looking at again. You don't think he knew it? He knew it. The only question was fair or foul. It stayed fair. And that's his 7th home run of the year. He makes it count for the second night in a row. It's a 2-0 Sox lead, and I'll bring up Billy Hamilton.
Next to Chicago, the left fielder, Billy Hamilton.
And he flies one to the right field. Coming on is the outfielder looking up. It hits the scoreboard and goes into the stands for a home run. Billy Hamilton goes back-to-back with Encarnacion. Home run number 6 of the year for Hamilton. And all of a sudden it's a 3-0 Sox lead. Mercy. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Billy Hamilton, this bud's for you. Let's see where this ball actually landed. If it hits that scoreboard, it's a home run. If it goes over that scoreboard, it's a home run. So it's a no-win situation for the Angels. Let's see where this ball actually landed. It landed in the stands, so he got enough to hit it out. And now here's the red-armed Gregorius, who was retired in his first at-bat with a ground out. And he hits it on the ground towards the second baseman, and he's out for the second time. So after the hot streak, Didi has gone cold. He's 0 for 2 in this contest. Still plenty of ball game to go, but he's out for the second time in a row. Here is Jackson. 3 runs, all on home run. One by McGriff, one by Edwin Encarnacion, and one by Hamilton. Reggie takes a strike, 0-1. Reggie with 1,801 runs scored. Two outs, nobody on, 3 runs in. Nothing in 1 on Jackson. Ohtani is set. And the 0-1 pitch. A chopper to the second baseman. He's got it. And this inning is over. But not before the Sox hit 3 long home runs. A tally of 3 hits and 3 runs. At the middle of the third, it is 3-0 White Sox lead. Jeremy Colon will step in, hitting at 191 with 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. On-base percentage at .304. Nolan Ryan now comes in on the mound for the Sox, nursing a 3-run lead. And trying to keep it that way if he can. A line drive right to Thomas. He'll take care of it, and there's 1 down. Well, there's the standings for the Central. It's becoming a blowout, and we're only in April. Everybody else way behind the Sox at the moment by double digits, and that is no laughing matter. This team is lethal so far. Here is Justin Upton at the plate. Lost my train of thought there.
That's a ball.
That's ball inside.
Ball 1, no strike.
1-0 is the count on Upton. Went with that sinker, swung on him in strike 1. Nolan Ryan has yet to collect a strikeout in this contest at this moment. The 1-1 to Justin. Popped them up. Behind the plate is Grandal. He's got it. And there's out number 2 here in the third inning of play.
The third baseman, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Fischler hitting at 176, no home runs and 2 runs batted in. 3-0 Sox here in the bottom of the third inning of play. They set up inside for Fletcher again. And the 2-out delivery inside, 1-0. Fletcher last night 1 for 3 with a single. Set up inside again. The 1-0 delivery, strike, 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike on Fletcher. Well, the top of the order looking on deck for Anaheim. Or shall I say Los Angeles? Doesn't matter. It's the same team, the Angels. The 2-1, a hot shot towards second base. Diving, stopped by Hernandez. He will not get Fletcher. It'll be a base hit. We'll cancel the postgame show. Fletcher's on with a base hit. And the runner's at first base. Good effort by Hernandez, but to no avail. Having a Brian Braun who grounded out back in the first inning. And the pitch on the way. Popped them up into shallow right field. Coming on is Jackson. Now boosts back a couple of steps. Makes the catch, side retire. 1 hit, a man is stranded. We play 3 here in Anaheim. 3-0, Sox lead. Ken Griffey Jr., a.k.a. the Kid, will lead off here in the 4th inning of play. He's 0 for 1 here tonight. Grounded out his last time up back in the 2nd inning. He is 6 for 8 in this series with 3 home runs and a grand total of 4 RBIs driven in. First pitch of the 4th inning, a chopper again towards second. And there's out number 1. Well, I tell you, Ohtani has been throwing pitches where a lot of these big hitters are hitting him on the ground. He's only made 3 mistakes, 3 home runs, all solo shots. So It's still a ball game. But the Sox do have a 3-run lead. Here's Hernandez, who lined out back in the second inning. Ohtani said the belt with one out under his belt. And the first pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Nice stop there by the second baseman. Runs to pick it up. Throws to first. Not in time. It'll be a base hit and Hernandez is on.
First baseman, number 35. Frank.
Good stop there by Simmons, but to no avail. Or is it Diaz? Doesn't matter. It's a good stop, but to no avail. Hernandez runs well. Not 100%, but runs well and hustled all the way to first base for the base hit. So here's Frank Thomas with a man at first and one down in a 3-0 Sox lead. First pitch by Ohtani. Hit on the ground towards short. This should be two. There's one. Back to first. It's a twin-killing double play. Shot retired. Because of the man erased at second, nobody's on base after one hit. We have played 3.5. It's 3-0 Sox lead against the Angels. Here's Simmons, who helped turn that double play for the Angels. He'll step in to lead off here in the fourth inning. 3-0 Sox. Nolan Ryan back on the mound. There's a hit hard on the right side. That's a fair ball base hit. Plays off the wall as poorly as Reggie, and Simmons will easily have a leadoff double. Just a little duck snort down the right field line.
The first baseman, number 5. Jeff Bagwell.
Hit them where they aren't there. And that'll bring up Jeff Bagwell. Hit hard but foul, strike one. Bagwell flew out in the first inning. Man's at second base, first time the Angels have a runner in scoring position. And that's hit down the right field line toward the corner. That's going to be a fair ball. It'll bounce into the stands and Simmons will come in to score. It's 3-1 Sox lead on the RBI. Ground rule double delivered by Jeff Bagwell. How about that? So there's a runner on base at the moment for Mike Trout with a man at second and a run is in. Potential tying run at the plate, swing and a miss, strike one. A little bit of trouble here with nobody out and one on, and there's a fly ball into right center. Right there is Griffey Jr. Comes on, makes the catch, tagging is the runner. He'll try to go to third. Here comes the throw, not in time. So a runner moves now 90 feet away. And I'll bring up Gary Carter with an RBI chance with a man at first and one down. A fly ball and a ground ball to the right side will do the trick. Takes a strike, 0-1. 2-run lead for the Sox here, but it's hanging by a thread. The 0-1 to Carter. Fouled away, 0-2. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball, foul. We'll do it again. Oh-2 delivery. Fly ball to left field. That'll get the job done. It's deep enough. As Hamilton comes through, he'll make the catch. Tagging is the runner. That's Bagwell who scored. It's 3-2 Sox lead. So it's a tight ball game. And I'll bring up Diaz, the potential tying run for the Angels. Nobody on base, 2 outs, 1-run lead for the Sox. The pitch by Nolan, fouled away, strike one. Well, you got two great pitchers who have given up some runs. For Ohtani, the long ball, and for Nolan, the small ball. Now it's 0-2 on Diaz. This will be pitch number 35 on the way by Nolan. The 0-2. Fly ball to deep left field. Back is Hamilton, still going back toward that wall, looking, it's gone! A home run to tie the game by Diaz. Number 4 of the year, and it's a 3-3 ball game. Nolan gives it all up. He was playing small ball, but Diaz decided to turn on the power and play long ball to tie the game at 3. And for the first time in this weekend's contest, we have ourselves a competing ball game. After 2 blowouts, the Angels are making some noise here tonight. Nothing that Hamilton could do but watch it sail. Home run. And now bring up Colon. With 2 outs and the base is empty and 3 runs in for the Angels. That's fouled away, strike 1. Look at this crowd and listen to it. They're loud as they could be. Colon 0 for 1 here tonight, grounded out back in the 3rd. The 0-1 delivery. Rip foul, 0-2 on Colon. Colon with 104 career home runs. 0-2 delivery. We'll do it again. Nolan has struggled, there's no question. Had a 3-0 lead and unfortunately gave it up in this inning. Again, the 0-2 to Colon. Fly ball well hit in the right center. Griffey looks like he's got a beat on. He's on the warning track. He leaps and it's gone. And it's off that scoreboard. And the Angels take a 4-3 lead on Colon's solo home run to right center. Number 3 of the year. Four unanswered run. Unbelievable. Off the great Nolan Ryan. And Jeremy Colon with a home run, his 105th of his career, does the job and ties the game. This place is going a little bit nuts here. And now it's Justin Upton. With 4 runs in, nobody on base at 2 down. He grounds 1 to third. That's a fair ball. No, it's foul. Strike 1. So Nolan Ryan has coughed this all up. Truly remarkable as Upton fouls it away. Baseball's a funny game, folks. Here's the pitch to Upton. He struck him out swinging. And for Nolan, that's his first strikeout of the ball game. Side retirement up before the Angels make some noise. Score 4 runs, and at the end of 4, it's 4-3. Los Angeles leads. Back at Angel Stadium, Fred McGriff with a home run, which turned out to be the first run of the ball game, will lead off here in the 5th inning. And the Angels lead the Sox in Game 3 of this 4-game series 4-3. So Ohtani nursing a 1-run lead. There's still action in the Angel bullpen, but right now, nursing a 1-run lead as McGriff lines one to right center, and is that caught? The answer is no. It's a base hit for McGriff. Sometimes Trout can fool you. It looks like he catches it. Sometimes he does. It looks like he doesn't. But he caught it. It's a base hit for McGriff. He's on for the 2nd time here tonight. Here's Grandal. He grounded out to first his last time up. And the pitch on the way. Long drive into right center field. Kiss it goodbye. The Sox lead 5-4. So long, farewell. Yasmani Grandal with a 2-run homer. His 11th of the year, and the Sox regain the lead by 1, 5-4. Holy cow, what a shot. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Yasmani Grandal, this bug's for you. Boy, did he boogie with that ball. To the deepest part of this stadium. Holy cow, what a shot. That's got the crowd buzzing. Took one swing to erase that deficit. Here's Edwin Encarnacion, who homered his last time up. And Boogie whips another one. High in the air to left field. The outfielder going back to the wall. It's gone. So long, farewell. Give A+ for effort for Trout, but out of his reach as Encarnacion goes back to back. And that's home run number 2 of the game for Encarnacion, and number 8 of the season, and the Sox now have a 6-4 lead. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Edwin Encarnacion, this bud's for you. Here's Billy Hamilton, who homered earlier in this game as well, 1 for 2. High drive to right center, it's gone. And so does everybody else know it's gone. So long, farewell, 3 home runs in a row. Billy Hamilton showing some pop. His 2nd home run of the game, and his 7th of the year, and it's a 7-4 Sox lead. Sox have hit a grand total of 6 home runs in this game. And the Angels have hit 2. So that's a grand total of 8 home runs that you combine both teams. Look at Billy. He unusually does that, but he does it on rare occasion. He makes it count. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Billy Hamilton, this bud's for you. And the manager has seen enough of Ohtani. Ohtani came into this inning leading by 1. He now leads them down by 3. This call of the bullpen brought to you by Superwoman 4 coming soon. We'll be back.
She's really tough to drag. I even broke a nail. I wonder if she works out. Nevertheless, I'd like to see how strong she is now to get out of those chains before the train hits.
Back at Angel Stadium, Jamie Barrera will come in to pitch for the Angels to try to get the elusive 3 outs. There is still nobody out here in the 5th inning of play, and the Sox have just played home run derby in this inning. Here's Didi Gregorius.
Now batting.
Felix Pena warming in the bullpen just in case Barrera can't do the job. Didi cracks one down the right field line. That's going to be over the head of the right fielder and bounce into the stands for a ground rule double, and Didi extends his inning streak to 12 straight games, and the hit parade continues for the White Sox here in the 5th inning. Here's Reggie Jackson. And the Angels better get themselves together because this game can get out of hand in a hurry. This could be a double play ball. Nope, it will be a ground ball to get the out at first as Didi moves to 3rd. Keep forgetting Didi was at 2nd because of the ground ball, so the ground rule double, I should say. But they finally get that first out they've been waiting for. And that'll bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey a tough night, 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. The pitch on the way. That's gone. Way back into right field and into the California night. So long, farewell. 2 more runs on the board. Ken Griffey Jr. with a 2-run homer, his 19th of the year. And the Sox are teeing off against the Angels again. This time in the 5th inning. Wow. What more can you say? And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr., this bunch for you, when it was turning out to be a close competitive game, is turning out to be a laugher. Unless the Angels do something right now, they're down by 5. Keith Hernandez floats one to the dead center. Trout is there and makes the catch for the second out of the 5th inning. And here's Frank Thomas, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out and grounded out. And the pitch on the way. High pop up into right field. Going back is Trout, still going back. Toward that wall, he got it, inning over. But the Sox tee off and score 6 runs. Thanks to the long ball. We're halfway through. Sox 9, Angels 4. We're now going to pause for station identification.
This is W.O.N. Brooklyn.
And now you get to pay the ultimate penalty. Death by magnetic waterboarding.
Wait, oh, what?
Oh, yeah. Didn't I tell you that these cups are infused with magnetic force, insulated in all of the little steel that's in here?
You'll never get away with this.
Of course I will, because they're also mine.
You'll never get away with this at all.
Yes, I will. And you know what? I'll even give you a fighting chance. You tell me what I want to know, and I'll set you free, and you can take me in.
Never. Not in a million years.
Are you sure about that? Because, like I've already explained, these cups are infused with magnetic force. And they're also coated with kryptonite, as I explained. So, you know, this remote, you fall in, I press button, boom, you're a magnetic anchor at the bottom of the pool. Any last chance? Yes? No?
Never, you witch cat.
Alright, in you go then!
Aw, you want my help? You need my assistance? I'm sorry. Lantern, I know you're in here. Let me in! I'm coming in. Lantern. There's no sense in hiding. Lantern. What have you done to me?
I've paralyzed your powers. Except for this time. It's with blue kryptonite. So now you'll feel the exact pain I did years ago. Now turn around so I can see pain in your face.
Mark!
Interesting development. Jock Peterson now in center field, so you wonder if Ken Griffey Jr. is hurt or fatigued or something, but Jock Peterson will now come and place center field for Ken Griffey Jr. There's a strike, 0-1. You wonder if Ken Griffey hurt himself on the swing. Hope to get a report later on in the broadcast about Ken Griffey Jr.'s status. Certainly hope it's nothing serious. Maybe they just decided to give him the rest of the day off. He has been pretty tired, but he continues to play great baseball at 100% effort. Fly ball caught by Jackson for round number 1. And it also could be a move just to give Jack Peterson some at-bats. I mean, either way. And we're seeing him in the dugout. Ken Griffey looks healthy, so probably to give Griffey the rest of the night off to give Peterson some work. So totally understandable. And when you're nursing a 5-run lead,
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
Actually not a bad move when you think about it. Give some of your youngsters some time to play. Foul straight back. Oh, 1-1 on Braun. Pitch. To left field and deep, and that ball is long gone. Into the bullpen section, and off and bouncing back into the stadium. Braun with a home run. His 8th of the year, and it's a 4-run deficit for the Angels. They're now down 9-5. And now the question is going to be, how long will Nolan Ryan be in this game? It's a ball game again. And now, here's Simmons. Takes a strike, 0-1. The pitch on the way. 0-2 now.
Count 0-2.
The 0-2 on the way. Fly ball down the left field line. Hooking foul and will land foul. Remains 0-2 on Simmons. 1 out. Bases empty, a runner's in. A 4-run lead for the Sox. 0-2 again. We'll do it again. Foul ball. The pitch again. Strike 3 right down the pipe. And believe it or not, that is Ryan's 2nd strikeout of the day. Brings up Jeff Bagwell. 2 outs, 1 runner's in, bases empty. The pitch on the way. Strike, 0-1. Last 10 games, Bagwell has hit 2 home runs. The 0-1. Into right field, that may be trouble. Reggie going back, still going back. And he makes the running catch for our number 3 side retired. But the Angels do pick up a run, and in the middle and the end of 5, it's 9-5. Sox lead the Angels. Here's a look at Frank Thomas. One of the pillars of strength for this White Sox ball club. And the call to play for Don Manley, getting a day off here today. Didi Gregorius making Fred McGriff will lead off here in the 6th inning. Had a base hitters last time up. And hits a high fly ball, well hit in the left field. Coming on is Trout. And he makes the running catch, nearly colliding with Upton. Well, there's out number 1.
The catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Here's Yasmani Grandal with the big blow in the last inning. A 2-run homer. We'll put the Sox on top. Here it is in the 5th inning. Down by 1. Now not down anymore. Up by 1, and now the Sox are up by a few. Well, that's the big blow in this game, the 5th inning. A 2-run shot by Yasmani Grandal. And so far, so good for the Sox. They now have a 4-run lead. And obviously, you know they're looking for more. 1 out, bases empty. And the pitch to Grandal. There she goes again. This time to right field. So long, farewell. Yasmani Grandal gets a hole in one and tattoos one deep into the right field seats. And the Sox extend a lead to 10-5. Homer number 12 of the year for Grandal. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Yasmani Grandal, this bunch for you. Back to a 5-run lead. What a shot.
Your attention, please.
And we got a new pitcher, Felix Pena, who will come in to pitch for the Angels now. As Pereira didn't get the job done. It'll be his 12th game he's going to be pitching in. Here's Encarnacion that's hit 2 straight home runs. This could be 3 if he has enough. Way back to left, he hits it off the wall. Edwin on his way to second. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. A double for Edwin Encarnacion.
Now back, the left fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Well, this guy can hit, can he? Injured in the beginning of the season, comes in and he's like he's never left. Big signing by the Sox during the offseason. Give away Boggs and some of the infielders some rest. And there is Billy Hamilton, who's had himself quite a night with 2 home runs. Man's at second now with 1 out, ground to under second. They get the out recorded at first, 2 down. Edwin moves to third. Here's Didi Gregorius.
The batter, the shortstop, Didi.
Didi has struggled here to this contest, although he has a double here today. But in this series, he is 13 for 17 with a grand total of 7 home runs and 14 runs batted in. That is truly remarkable stat numbers against one team. And he lines one deep to right again. Way back. That ball is off the wall. He has driven in his 15th RBI in this series and extends the Sox lead to 11-5.
The right fielder, number 44.
And that is hit number 14 against the Angels. 7 of those hits home runs. And speaking of big home run hitters, here's Reggie. And the pitch on the way, a ground ball to second base. They'll get the out recorded, side retired. Couple of hits and another home run by Grandal. And a couple of men are stranded. Bill the 6th, 11-5, Sox lead. Some action in the Sox bullpen. Bruce Sutter and Dallas Keuchel, what was saying his name right, are currently warming in the bullpen for the Sox. So this could most likely be Nolan Ryan's final inning of play. It's popped up in the infield. The shift was on. That's Hernandez with the catch. Out number 1.
The catcher, number 8, Gary.
6-run lead for the Sox. We'll be back on the air tomorrow afternoon at 4 on W.O.N. YouTube. Final game of this 4-game weekend series and then off to Colorado. And we'll have the Wednesday game for you on W.O.N. as well. Against Colorado at Colorado. 0-2 now. The pitch to Carter. Another foul ball. We'll do it again. Oh, 2. Got him. Struck him out, 2 down. Strikeout number 3 of the game for Nolan.
Now back, second baseman.
Likes to leave this game on a high note, as it looks like his day may be done after this inning. Give that bullpen some work and try to keep this 6-run lead. Lead holds up for Nolan. It'll be win number 5, I believe. He's 4-1 so far this year. Oh, 0-2 now on Diaz, who homered his last time up to tie the game. Another foul ball. We'll do it again. Pitch again. Another foul ball. Do it again. Pop them up. First base side foul ground. Thomas moving near the Sox dugout. He's there. Puts it away. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 goes LA. At the end of 6, 11-5, Sox lead.
Leading off for the White Sox, the center fielder, Jock.
Top of the 7th inning, and Jock Peterson will lead off here and hits a bomb to right field. It's gone. So long, farewell. Boy, Peterson makes the manager of the White Sox look like a genius. And Griffey's last at bat, he hits a bomb. And now Jock Peterson, who subs in for Griffey, he hits a bomb. It's 4th home run of the year, and it's a 12-5 Sox lead. And fans, you know what happens. Every time a Sox hits a home run, hey, Jock Peterson, this budge for you. Man, did he smoke that one. And if you don't think he knew it was gone, you are nuts. That was a crush job. Now it's Keith Hernandez. 12-5 Sox lead, a 7-run lead. Hernandez tattoos one into the gap at right center. That will fall in. Trout will play it off the wall as Hernandez hustles his way to second with a double.
The first baseman, number 35.
There's that swing again. Boy, these boys can really swing the baseball. So now, we got a new pitcher, Rob Rocca. Rob Rocca, that's a weird name. In the pitches, his 5th consecutive game he'll be pitching in, and boy, does he have a tough situation. Hernandez is second, and Frank Thomas is at the plate. Nobody out, a run is in. Right back up the middle, through for a base hit. Here comes Hernandez to come in to score. The throw by Trout cut off. It is 13-5 Sox lead. And this game is just about slipping away from the Angels for this 3rd consecutive game. The troubling part about this series for the Angels is that the first 2 games, they let the game slip in the 1st inning. Now tonight they're giving it some fight, but now the bullpen just not doing what it's supposed to. There's a fly ball to left by McGriff. Called by the left fielder. Ooh, he went down in a heartbeat after he threw that ball. Hopefully he's okay. Apparently he is, and there's out number 1. Yasmani Grandal has had quite of a night tonight. He's hit 2 home runs, the big one in the 1st inning. Put the Sox on top by 1, and they have not looked back since. Man's at first again, 1 out here for Grandal, who chops one on the ground, base hit in the right field. So the hit parade is on for the Sox here in the 7th inning of play.
Third baseman, Edwin Encarnacion.
Here's Edwin Encarnacion, who's had himself quite a night. In the 5th inning, he had another home run that just got out the reach of Mike Trout. He almost hit his 3rd, but it hit off the wall, but he has been on point. He's hit 3 home runs in this series, 1 last night and 2 tonight. 3 hits today, 2 home runs and a double. First and second occupied, 1 down here in the 7th. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike for Edwin Encarnacion. 0-1. Rocca set. The 0-1 underway. That's hit well into the gap in left field. That ball will not be caught. The bases will be loaded full of Sox for the top of the order. And that's Billy Hamilton, who's had himself quite a night. 2 long home runs to right field. And you can't walk them because then you face the dangerous Didi Gregorius. There's Billy Hamilton, 1 out and bases loaded. The pitch by Rocca. A ground ball toward the home, base hit into right field. 1 run will score. The bases will remain loaded, full of Sox With only one out, it's 14-5, and here's the dangerous Didi Gregorius. And if you're an Angel player or coach, this is one thing you did not want to happen. A guy which has had this team's number since game 1. Shane Carley will come in the pitch for the Angels to try to keep Didi off base. The bases will be left loaded with a run in and one out for Didi Gregorius, who drove in his 15th RBI in this series. First pitch on the way. There she goes to deep right field. It's a grand slam for Didi. His 14th home run of the year. His 19th RBI driven in this series. His 8th home run in this series. His 15th hit collected in this series. Have a weekend, Didi Gregorius. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Didi Gregorius, this bunch for you. Unbelievable. Here's Reggie Jackson. And he hits it high into the shallow center field. Mike Trout is there. Makes the catch for out number 2. Base is empty because of Didi Gregorius' 8th home run in this series alone.
The center fielder.
19 runs batted in this series alone. And by the way, he may have another chance in this game, and there is a tomorrow. Here's Jock Peterson. The second base. And this inning's over. But not before the Sox tee off. Thanks to Didi Gregorius' big grand slam, the biggest blow in this inning. Time to stretch in L.A. 18-5 Sox lead. Bruce Sutter will come in to pitch here in the 7th inning of play with his club up by a ton. And that's no exaggeration. What was a competitive game up to the 5th inning has turned out to be anything but. But we have witnessed some history. Didi Gregorius, 8 home runs, 15 hits, 19 runs batted in. It is only game number 3 of this series. I mean, you got possibly later today in this game. He may have another chance to bat, and you also have tomorrow unless the manager gives him a day off. And if you're an Angel pitching coach, what do you tell your pitchers? How are you going to pitch to Didi Gregorius? That's something to talk about before tomorrow's game. And a strike 3 called, delivered by Sutter to Colon. And there's one down here in the 7th inning of play. So this game, technically out of reach, obviously, when you see the Angel. And it's disappointing if you're an Angel fan because, as you see this pitch, strike, you have a potent lineup. You're ranked in 2nd place in the AL West. You're supposed to compete against some of the best teams, especially if you want to make the playoffs for the first time in many years. But in this series, they've just not shown it. The first 2 games, they were out of this game in the 1st inning because the Sox offense continuing to just unload on their pitchers. There's a ground ball to first. There's out number 2. But tonight was a little bit different. But the pitching, I mean, Ohtani gave up that big blow home run off the bat of Grandal, a 2-run home run, which put the Sox on top, and they have not looked back since. The bullpen has been atrocious throughout this series. And I mean, you got to put it together. If you're going to try to compete for the AL West division, you got to fix yourself up. Jackson makes the catch in right field. Inning over. At the end of 7, Sox have a commanding lead. We're not going to pause for station identification.
This is W.O.N. Brooklyn.
Looking all over the place trying to find her, and all these people are trying to get in my way, just like you.
Who are you? From where I come from, they call me Susan Century. But
today, I'm your executioner!
Oh, not so soon for now. You fight like a girl. You're asking for it now.
Back at Angel Stadium, Keith Hernandez will lead off here in the 8th inning of play. He's 2 for 4 here tonight. And flies one to deep right field. Trout is going to give it a look, and it's gone. Hitting off that scoreboard in right field, Keith Hernandez has scored the Sox 19th run of the game. It is his 2nd home run of the year, and it's a 19-5 Sox lead here in the 8th inning. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Keith Hernandez, this bud's for you. He can hit them where they ain't, folks. And that's no exaggeration. Cody Allen will now come in to pitch for the Angels, as they're starting to run out of pitchers. And like I told you, there is a tomorrow. Frank Thomas now the batter. And he hits it high in the air to right. That ball is going to go to a home run for Frank Thomas. Put that one on the board. The Sox have scored their 20th run of the ball game for the 3rd night in a row. And for Thomas, that is home run number 7 of the year, and it's a 20-5 Sox lead. And once again, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Frank Thomas, this bud's for you. Disbelief? You betcha. And I'm not a fan of blowouts, folks. Let me tell you something. I play this game a lot. I do these gamecasts. I enjoy doing them, but blowouts are no fun. Obviously, this is a competitive game until the 5th inning. Here's McGriff, who flies one to deep left. Trout and Upton converging, and Trout is the guy that makes the catch for number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
So here's Grandal, who's had himself quite a night. 3 for 4, 2 long home runs to right. The big one back in the 5th inning, a 2-run home run. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, a single, driven in 3 RBI. Quite a night for Grandal. 1 out under Cody Allen's belt here in the 8th inning of play. Line drive right to Bagwell, and this is going to be a tough race, but Allen beats Grandal by a foot or 2 to first base.
Now
We're out number 2.
third baseman, Edwin Encarnacion.
Here's Edwin Encarnacion, who's had himself quite a night. 2 doubles and 2 home runs. A perfect 4 for 4 night. 2-out delivery, and his perfect night could be over. Hit on the ground to the shift. They get their man, side retired. Middle of the 8th inning. The Sox score 2 runs on 2 home runs and extend their lead to 20-5.
Now
To the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th, and Dallas Keuchel will come in. Setup man will get some work in for the Sox out of the bullpen. And at the plate will be Ryan Braun, who hit a solo home run back in the 5th inning. It's 20-5. Sox lead here in Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set. And on the verge of taking this series, but tomorrow we'll be looking for the sweep. We'll have the game for you at 4 o'clock here on W.O.N. Channel 9 YouTube. The pitch. 0-2 now. Dennis Eckersley is warming in the bullpen, so he will most likely get some work in as well. That's fouled away again, 0-2. To short. Long throw. They get their man. One down here in the 8th inning.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Andrelton. Simmons.
Here's Simmons. One out, nobody on. A 15-run lead for the Sox. It's a ground ball toward the home plate and missed by the shortstop Didi into left center. So Simmons is on with a base hit. Here in the 8th inning of play.
The first baseman, number 5.
Well, he's a good hitter, isn't he, folks? Here's Jeff Bagwell. The infield is in, the outfield is very deep. This guy's got some tremendous power, especially the left field. Dallas delivers a ball apparently, 0-1. 27,485 here at Angel Stadium. Not as much as you would like, but a decent crowd on hand. Pitch on the way is now 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2-2. Fly ball to right. Reggie is there. Makes the catch for out number 2. He'll throw to first to keep the runner right where he is. And he will stay put. So 2 down here in the 8th inning of play. 20-5, Sox lead in game 3 of this series. We will go at it one more time, 4 o'clock here on Channel 9. Mike Trout, the batter. And pulls it on the ground fair down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit. Runner will try to go to third, but he'll stay honest and will stay at second base. So second and first and 2 down. The Angels are threatening, and Gary Carter. I thought it was, wait, is that Gary Carter? No, that's Mike Trout who has hitting streak. Seems like to be it was an overlay error. Now here's Gary Carter, who hits it high in the air to left field. Hamilton going back on the warning track, puts it away, side retired. 2 hits, no runs scored, 2 men stranded. At the end of 8, it's the Sox 20 and the Angels 5. Here's Billy Hamilton, top of the 9th. A big night for Billy, 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and a single and a couple of runs batted in. Cody Allen still on the mound for the Angels here. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Billy. What was a competitive game up to the 5th inning has turned out to be a blowout. 20-5, Sox lead. Chopper to second base. Out number 1 recorded. Looks like Dallas Keuchel will remain in this game for the 9th inning. Dallas make it. Dennis Eckersley is still in the bullpen, but I think Dallas will get a shot to try to finish off the Angels. Here's Didi Gregorius, the big blow, a grand slam. His last time up, and he hits it on the ground toward the hole. Another base hit. Hit number 16 against the Angels in this series. Unbelievable.
The right field, number 34, Reggie Jackson.
Here's Reggie Jackson. Tough night for Jackson, 0 for 5. And now he'll be 0 for 6. Out. That's a double play, and this inning's over. So Jackson goes hitless in this contest. Last of the 9th we go. Sox 20, Angels 5. Bottom of the 9th, and Diaz will lead off here in the 9th inning with his club down by 15. A miraculous comeback they'll need. Not out of the question, but still, they're going to need a miraculous comeback. That's fouled away, strike 1. A 1 delivery. Chopper on the ground to second base. Hernandez picks it up, throws, got him. One down. Sox 2 outs away from the victory.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Sox with a record of 25-2 with a win today. They'll improve their record to 26-2. Here's Colon, who homered earlier in this game today to put the Angels on top, but boy, have things changed since then. The 0-1 to Colon. Pulled on the ground, base hit to the hole. Played there by Reggie. And he'll throw to first, but nobody's covering first. And Colon is on with a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Justin Upton.
Here's Upton. Ground ball, this will be 2. Ball game over, Sox win it 20-5. They take the series and will look for the sweep tomorrow afternoon and improve their record to 25-2. Didi Gregorius continues to be the Angels' nightmare. A couple of hits here and there, including a huge grand slam. What a remarkable series for Didi. Nolan Ryan, who was not sharp at all, does get the win. He improves his record to 5-1. The bullpen of the Sox takes care of the Angels 1-2-3 from the 7th inning on down. And the final score once again from Angel Stadium, the Sox 20 and the Angels 5. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from Angel Stadium again, 4 p.m. on Channel 9.
This is W.O.N. Brooklyn.